West Coast Hot Boy.
Jai Herbert, Ilya Topuria.
Striking, good stand-up, good footwork, good movement, precise, different combos, multiple round one finishes, quick to circle, quick to pivot, hands high, elbows together, boxing peekaboo style, hands up, palms together, elbows together, keeps them in front of him. Out of nowhere, he just lands an overhand right, and then he lands a 6-punch combo, backs up, and lands like a 10 to 12 punch combo. Once he got him hurt, he just kept going after him non-stop. Ilya Topuria, black belt in grappling, jiu-jitsu, KO finish against Ryan Hall, tagging him in the face repeatedly, and you're like, what is going on? Like, I'm seeing this guy hit him, drop him, do all these things, and that the commentators were all like, that's just part of Ryan Hall's game. And you're like, no, it's not. But Ryan Hall has that kind of style that led everyone to believe that he was still having the advantage despite Topuria just tagging him over and over. Very patient in this, keep that range, high stepping, just keep swinging, keep kicking, keep moving your arms, keep moving your legs.
What are your thoughts on the odds?
With essentially, Topuria did what Shang Tsung does. He just took his power and just taken off from there. That's the only reasoning I see. Is just like he beat Ryan Hall, so he took Ryan Hall's resume, and everyone's like, this guy's going to be unstoppable now.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? Yeah, you beat the guy, you get his shine, and all the hype that went along with it. So next up, we have Molly McCann versus Luana Carolina. McCann, a lot of forward pressure in the striking, completely let loose, very hungry for the win, very loose striking technique. He's very overly eager, throwing overhands and winging hooks from out of nowhere. It was crazy tough. Kept the pressure on the entire time. Nice elbows from the open. Keep that same intensity, a little bit more composure. Tighten up the strikes a little bit, and I think she can go far in the division because she's super tough and she has pretty powerful striking. Carolina, Muay Thai fighter, Muay Thai champion, taller, does have a bit of a reach advantage. Nice knees to the body and head from the clinch like you'd expect. She's pretty good from the clinch with her Muay Thai background. Pretty good leg kicks. There's a lot of hype around Paddy Pimblett. That is super impressive, but also a lot of holes in Paddy Pimblett's game for sure. Pimblett's got some nice kicks. You know, he's a very fast striker. He's got some very snappy lead head kick, switch kick. He's got some fancy striking for sure. He points his chin directly up in the air. His hands are low. His chin is up. His striking defense seems to be absolutely terrible. It didn't seem like he really blocked anything or slipped any punches in that fight. I think that what saved him is that he had forward pressure and was initiating the offense. There are these flashes of, you know, something special with this guy. And one thing I loved that he did was he shot this high crotch on the guy, grabbed his leg, and while he had his leg, he kicked the back of the guy's calf while he was holding his leg. And this is something that I've wanted to see so often, is when you get onto a guy's back, why not just kick those calves, you know, jab your heels on, do some of those oblique kicks onto him or something. I feel like it's something we've not seen a lot, and if you go back and watch that fight, you'll see what I'm talking about. It was very obvious. I'd love to see more guys do that when the wrestling doesn't work, to strike on those legs to try to take the guy down. Paddy Pimblett probably has the worst haircut in the UFC. He's a very brash guy. He's suspended from Twitter indefinitely for targeted abuse. I think he was suspended from Instagram as well. You know, lots of hype around this guy. He loves talking trash. He seems like a fun fighter to watch for sure, and he definitely, like I said, definitely has some flashes of something special with this guy, but I feel like it's too early to say until he goes up and starts fighting some tough guys in the UFC whether or not he's got what it takes to get into the top 5 of his division.
I am interested to watch Pimblett for the opposite reason that most people are watching him. Most people want to see him win. I want to see him lose. Sorry. The gimmick, the stuff, I don't like the style. I will admit he's very, very talented. I believe he's Cage Warriors team champion. You mentioned a great point that he just kind of comes out with a wide open style, which for, you know, a person who's a champion in another organization, you want to see like some polished, refined technique. It works for him though. So kudos to him for making that happen. You bring up a good point about some of the interesting techniques that he used, that, you know, where he's striking the body when certain movements aren't working. I'm I'm surprised that isn't more of a thing, because you see it in striking where they try to attack the leg, so to avoid, to kind of shut down the takedown, or shut down a power puncher so that they're not able to base. I don't know why that's not done more often, especially like with the upper body. Even like if like you see people like going in to clinch against the cage, punching the leg, punching the thigh. Sometimes I'd be trying to punch somebody if they're a strong puncher, giving them a dead arm. I'd be like, like, you know, like, because they definitely attack people's legs. I want to see people attack their arm, just like totally beat somebody's body up. So Pimblett, very eclectic style. I agree. Worst haircut in the UFC by far, not even close. But I am definitely watching him to see him lose, because I want to see those kind of fighters get humbled and bounce back, and then I can root for them. Pimblett definitely very skilled. Excited to watch him lose, hopefully. If not, I'd be like, well, but he is good. So I'll give him his kudos on that.